लेकिन बटन मस्त है इस टाइम इसका। क्या बोलता है दीपू? टी-शर्ट किधर है?
हिलिंग कौन सा है?
एक भी बहुत हार्ड है। चल
डबल कर देना है ना। हाँ है ना सर, डबल हो जाएगा। पहला एक एक लगा दे, फिर स्ट्रेट स्ट्रेट लगा। हाँ
So much JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye till next time.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Post-Form, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here.
All the best.
चाहिए था।
कितने नंबर पे आता है?
पहला फुल टाइम मोबाइल नंबर है
बैट्समैन कौन है पूछ रहे? इसको
फोन तो साइड बात करो मारा जी बर्थडे भी रिवॉर्ड ना करे आज ही बनाने मेहुल एंड परेश
स्ट्राइक पे कौन है?
नहीं तो लाइक हुए એટલે ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब
मेहुल कौन है? नहीं मेहुल दो है।
नहीं सारो
कौन सा मेहुल है?
मेहुल रतन गया फोन ने क्या भी
दूसरा परेश
अजय भाई नो केवी था तो फोन કરીને વાત કરી સામે તો
या सीजर्स
क्या शाम को 6 बजे बाहर होता है छोटे काले
ये सब न्यू ऐड हुए हैं और ये सवारी हुआ क्या सेट हुआ क्या कौन है बोलो तो
कम करा
बोलो नहीं ओके थैंक यू
कौन है सर
धनराज
धनराज
हाँ धनराज खेती
स्ट्राइक पे कौन है अभी
स्ट्राइक पे परेश है नॉन स्ट्राइक पे मैं वो ले लिखा
ये तू स्टार भी रेडी है
हाँ उधर बैठे वो तो अच्छा उससे भी
कोई दे मेरा इधर ले ले सर
मैं इस तरफ आऊँ
इधर बैठ
एक तू आ जा इधर ये रुक जा
तो छे जाएगी एक का तो और तो रख दे नहीं का मैं एक ये दूसरे ने भी बॉल बटाओ नहीं वो सेकंड को आवाज ना कर अभी बॉल रख दे वो आते तो ले एक वो रख दे मेरी ऑटोमेटिक गाड़ी
लिंक मोकलो मोकली हां
लेडीज में लेके नहीं
नाही मला
भाई वेरी
फोर है गुड शॉट है कैप्टन मारा के
परेश मैंने मारा
कम कर आवाज थोड़ा रेगुलेशन मार के लगे
मनीष
अभी से क्यों पहन जाता है मॉर्निंग ही डाल
अभी निकल रहा है ये पहले देखा मैं मतलब अपना तैयार करूं
तो खाली पहन के है ना आज को तो रोड करना है ना सब हिसाब से लंबा शाम का मैच रहेगा तो शाम का मैच उधर हो ही गया हेलो किधर है हाँ किधर लाइव
चार्जिंग निकल गया आपका चार्जिंग निकल गया
लिंक भेजा नहीं
क्यों निकाला
चल गया
बॉलर ने मुंह मार
ओके चल गया
नहीं आया
एक बार पॉज तो मार जो तो सही आयो के लिए जो तो जाने तू बाकी है रनिंग में पॉज मार
बोलता भगा कब हम तब भगाओ
चल लाइन ले
ऐसे साइन लगा
काय नाही टेंशन ना ले तो बजा गेम सांबर दीपे सुकी तू दीप वापस बोल उसको अभी क्या फोन अपने बता भी के जे नो है थोड़ा सर એટલું તો સમય એની પહેલા જ સ્પ્રે માર્યો હતો પછી કોલ મારો નતો કોલ તારો હતો એટલે હું અરે લૂપ લાઈવ મે ના હારું તો વિચારતા ના સમજાય ના પણ આ પાછું ના થવું જોઈએ ઓ
भाई 2 टर्न से भाई बॉडी खुला रहेगा तो तेज पड़ेगा
शाबाश शाबाश शाबाश
बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया
क्या क्या नॉर्मल मेरे पास है बॉम्बे जिम का आने का मेरे पास है आज बॉम्बे जिम हाँ बॉम्बे जिम का लेंगे 37 लेके आ जाएगा ओके तू है बॉम्बे जिम का नहीं मैं बोला ना एक लेके जा रहा हूँ और एक ठीक है
कैप नहीं दिया मनीष का कैप बैक कोई हमको कहाँ मिला लेकिन गोल लगाने वाला कोई
भागो रे दूसरा
अरे क्या है अभी तो
तेलोड़ा कितना स्लो भाई को
पहुँचा
अभी भाई
किधर पहुँचा
दोनों जन
कितना हुआ 2 ओवर कितना हुआ
CST स्टेशन पे ही है अभी क्यों रे
ओवर झाली का एक बॉल बाकी है ना
क्या चूतिया रे 4-15 को मैच खत्म हो गया आधा घंटा हो गया हाँ, तो फिर 4-15 को मैच खत्म हो गया तो जा रहे तो क्या इधर पहुंचा सही बोल चूतियागिरी कर
क्या हुआ तो 15
जल्दी खत्म हो गया मतलब क्या हुआ तेरा लेकिन 4-15 को तो फ़ोन किया ना पर मैच खत्म हुआ था आधा घंटा हो गया था खत्म हो गया इधर नाश्ता नहीं था क्या देखो मैच भी करने का तो नाश्ता भी करने का ओके
इधर शेड्यूल भी इनको चाहिए
खाना करी था मैं
क्या चाहिए
चारों किती आला चालू आहे
तीसरे ही चालू है सतीश ना और भाई सतीश ना
टेस्टिंग 1000 रुपये आप ही दीजिए 4 वक्त बोलो को जवाब नहीं आता
वही मैं बोला था आम्ही
પકડવા માટે કોણ હું આગળ તો રાખવા તને આગળ કરવાનું છે
मेरे को एक ही पैर मिला एक पैर में
ऐसा
Very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sportonix. This particular encounter taking place between the Rroaring Lions and the Samurai. Team Samurai. This lovely encounter taking place at this phenomenal ground out here at the KG Somaiya College. This is just behind the hospital. Rroaring Lions at this moment batting. Rroaring Lions, they won the toss. They elected to bat first in 3.4 overs and managed 22. Going at a run a ball so far. A ball to come in the 4th over. Well, this lovely setup. This is the Sportonix tournament, the very first season. And we warmly welcome your presence. 22 for 1 after 4 are the Rroaring Lions. So this tournament is coming to you live on YouTube. You can enjoy watching the proceedings. In between the Rroaring Lions having won the toss, they have been rocked early. A wicket has gone down. Couple of overs to go in the power play. They'd want to make amends with these two batsmen in the middle. On the other hand, the Samurai would be glad to see that there haven't been too many runs that have been accounted for so far in the first 4 overs. So some work to be done for the batting side. On the other hand, all that the fielding side would be hoping for is to not give away too many boundaries in the next couple of overs. That put a lot of pressure on the batting side going forward. Rroaring Lions 22 for 1. We're in the 5th over. Sameer Shah yet to open his account. Mehul batting on 4 of 10 deliveries. Will be on strike, will Mehul, the right-hander. And will be facing up to Rahul. By the looks of it, is a left arm spinner. There he goes. Does Rahul outside the line of off stump, beaten all ends up. Mehul just struggling at the moment to get things underway. 4 of 11 goes to show how well Samurai has bowled so far. Mehul facing up to Rahul. Chance! But the wicketkeeper was a bit too late. Mahendra Singh Dhoni was required out there if you needed that stumping, because it was a fraction of a second that his back leg was lifted. But the wicketkeeper could not quite get the work that should have been done. Calling for the helmet finally is the wicketkeeper. Much required. That would give him the confidence to stand much more closer to the wickets. A wicket going begging. So Mehul, his struggle continues. 12 balls, 4 runs. Well. A couple of deliveries and yet Rahul seems to be having the better of Mehul so far. So good. 3 dot deliveries. Clearly pressure on the batting side so far to call the shots. Let's not forget they won the toss. They've elected to bat first, which clearly means that they want to be putting up a healthy total on the board. So far the power play has been a little paltry when you consider 2020 in action. Well, down the ground finally Mehul will give way to Sameer Shah, who's yet to get off the mark. Sameer, well, the responsibility will rest upon this partnership to take the Rroaring Lions or give them the foundation in which they can try and reach 150, 160. That's something that they would be attempting, would be eyeing. Only time will tell where they'll end up with. 23 for 1, just 1 run accounted for in the 4 balls. There goes Sameer downtown. Midon will regroup and keep the batsman down to a single, which means that it's going to be Mehul facing up to Rahul in the final delivery. Now this is a contest, ladies and gentlemen, because so far Rahul has clearly had the mockers on Mehul and hasn't really allowed him to get underway, which means that he would be mindful of that. There's still a delivery to go, right? But the umpire seems to have termed it to being an over, is it? Or probably they were having a word with each other, not too sure. We'll just wait and get you the news. But this tournament, the Sportonix, we're in season number 1 and we're coming to you live from the KG Somaiya College college ground rather. And this is right behind the hospital. It is the Samurai taking on the Rroaring Lions. The Rroaring Lions, they won the toss. They wanted to bat first. 24 on the ball. This over is accounted for only a single run. And a ball to yet go in the 5th over. Bit of a delay in the middle. Probably getting a few things sorted before they can continue. Not too sure what the discussion is all about. But, well, in between, as you can see,
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color, so this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here. Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole.
So well, the final delivery, it's going to be Rahul bowling to Mehul. Mehul has been struggling against the left arm spinner so far, but I'm sure Mehul will want to make amends going further. 5 overs done and dusted with 24 for 1. The Rroaring Lions, after having won the toss, elected to bat first. 1 over to go in the power play. That wicket probably costing them the kind of start they would have wanted going forward into the tournament. As you can see, Mehul batting on 5 of 15, a bit of a struggle. Paresh was accounted for. It was Umar Khan, the bowler, and Satish Yadav, the catcher, 10 of 8. So clearly, Rroaring Lions would be missing his presence in the middle, and Samir got off the mark a little while ago in his 7 deliveries, has accounted for a single run. Yeah, it's going to be the final over of the power play that's going to be coming up, and in comes we'll just Naveen Sharma, the bowler, just marking his run up, all in readiness to bowl his first delivery of the 6th over. In fact, he is bowling his first over. I'm sorry that I got you the commentary a little late. I just got a little late personally, and had a vehicle just moving in one place for like 15-20 minutes, and I lost out badly there. But here I am, and I'll make sure that I cover up for the goof up in between. Really happy that Sportonix, we're in the season, in the first season that is, and we have some cracking encounters coming your way down the leg side. Will be signalled to wide. Not the best starts for the bowler. नवीन शर्मा, हिंदी में कहे तो नवीनता लाने आए हैं नवीन शर्मा यहाँ पर समुराई के लिए. समुराई बड़ा ही खुश होगा अपने इस शुरुआत से, क्योंकि ज़्यादा रन नहीं आया, एक विकेट भी चटका चुके अभी तक. बाहर डाली गई बिल्कुल सटीक गेंदबाजी यहाँ पर. गुड कमबैक मैं कहना चाहूंगा नवीन शर्मा द्वारा. गेंद हल्की सी बाहर की ओर लहराई, पिच होकर के बीट कर गई. अच्छी गेंद थी, गुड लेंथ पर, आउटसाइड द लाइन ऑफ ऑफ स्टंप. एक स्लिप भी तैनात है और मारना चाहते थे मिड विकेट की ओर. ये आखिरी ओवर है पावर प्ले का, तो कहीं ना कहीं चाहेंगे समीर कि इस ओवर में कुछ बाउंड्रीज आए. दूसरी गेंद, मेहुल इनटू समीर, push सीधे नवीन के हाथों में। बहुत ही अच्छी फील्डिंग का मुआयना यहाँ पर गेंदबाज नवीन शर्मा द्वारा। गेंद को आगे जाने नहीं दिया मिड ऑफ की ओर। बहुत ही अच्छा क्रैकिंग एनकाउंटर होता हुआ यहाँ पर समुराय और रोरिंग लायंस के बीच में। रोरिंग लायंस ने टॉस जीत करके पहले बल्लेबाजी करने का निर्णय लिया। ये पहला मैच है स्पोर्टोनिक्स का। हम लाइव आ रहे केजी सोमैया कॉलेज ग्राउंड से और ये यहाँ पर ऑफसाइड पर खेलने का प्रयास था, लेकिन अंदरूनी भाग लग करके बल्ले का गया मिड ऑन की ओर। एक रन चुराने में कामयाब हुए वहां पर समीर शाह और अब स्ट्राइक पर आएंगे मेहुल। मेहुल थोड़े से स्ट्रगल जरूर कर रहे हैं, अभी तक ज्यादा रन बना नहीं पा रहे, लेकिन अब देखना यह होगा कि किस तरीके की रणनीति यहां से अपनाते मेहुल, क्योंकि ये तेज गेंदबाज है। लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर के विरुद्ध जरूर थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे, लेकिन अब नवीन शर्मा मेहुल को गेंद डालेंगे। ऊपर डाली गई गेंद ज्यादा उछाल नहीं प्राप्त हुई, थोड़ी सी नीची रही पिच पर लगने के बाद ये गेंद, यानी कि इससे हमें समझ आता है कि ये विकेट जो है टू पेस्ट है। कभी कभी गेंद नीचे भी रह सकती है, यानी कि अगर आप बल्लेबाज हो तो आपको अकाउंट करना पड़ेगा, और अगर आप गेंदबाज हो, अगर आप स्टंप टू स्टंप गेंदबाजी करते हो तो कहीं ना कहीं बहुत फायदा मिल सकता है आपको एज ए बॉलर, क्योंकि लेग बिफोर और बोल्ड को आप गेम में लाते हो। नवीन मेहुल को ऊपर डाली गई, फिर से मिसटाइम कर गए। इस पेस, अगर आप विकेट की पेस को देखेंगे तो थोड़ी धीमी साइड पर है, गेंद आ नहीं रही है बल्ले पर जितने अच्छे से आनी चाहिए 2020 कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, और ये बैट्समैनों के लिए एक अपने आप में एक चैलेंज होगा। देखिए, ऐसे विकेट पर आप चाहेंगे कि जितना हो सकता है क्रिकेटिंग शॉट्स खेले, क्योंकि हमने पहले गेंद पर देखा था कि समीर ने कोशिश की मिड विकेट के ऊपर मारने की, लेकिन वो कामयाब नहीं हो पाए, क्योंकि गेंद यहां पर जो है हरकत जरूर करेगी, नीचे रहेगी। एज अ बल्लेबाज ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप समझे ये 180 का विकेट नहीं है, ये विकेट एक ऐसा विकेट है जहां पर आप अगर 140 भी बना देते हो, 150 बना देते हो, तो आप गेम में जरूर रहोगे हमेशा। ये ओवर हुआ समाप्त, केवल 26 रन आए हैं पावर प्ले में, एक विकेट के नुकसान पर रोरिंग लायंस के लिए।
JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing.
Outside the line of off stump, beaten there was the batsman Sameer Shah. Sameer has been struggling. This wicket is not the best wicket to bat on. Come on, mind you, you make 130, 140, you will fancy your chances because the ball's not quite coming onto the bat. There is invariable bounce. There again, beaten out to the line of off stump. Top quality stuff from the bowler. Rahul, the bowler. Goes over the top. There is no fieldsman out there in the deep mid wicket. The fieldsman at mid wicket backpedaling, unable to get underneath the ball. A couple of runs will be added to the total for the Rroaring Lions. But this is not really how you want to be going ahead getting your runs. You want to be convinced in the way you managed to hit the cricket ball. The head was in a poor position. Moral victory definitely for the left arm spinner. Some desperation creeping in for the batsman. Played away on the onside. Will pick up a quick single will the batsman. And now it's going to be Mehul on strike. Come on, Rroaring Lions, you need to get a move on here, because what's happening is that they're focusing on the big shots at the moment. What's important is for them to get a feel of the wicket, get the strike rotated. If they can manage to rotate the strike, get 4 to 5 singles and over, that will help their confidence. They will get a few boundaries in the middle, and that should be the endeavor for the Rroaring Lions. because what happens is when you're trying to hit the ball a little too hard on this wicket, you're going to mistime it more often than not. So it's very important for you as a cricketer, as a batsman, to assess the conditions. Cleaned up, had the last laugh eventually. Did Rahul, the bowler, left arm spinner, put the markers on the batsman. So far both Mehul and Samir struggled in their stay at the crease, and finally Mehul's furniture was dislodged and fell for only 5 of 18 deliveries. There you go in your replays. You can see the left arm spinner, ball pitching on outside off and hitting leg coming into him. Poor shot, terrible shot under the circumstances by Mehul, and the Rroaring Lions, well, 29 for 2 with the ball to come in the 7th.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind. And
Alright, final delivery coming up, and it's going to be a left-hander to face up to a left arm spinner. Now this is going to make for interesting reading, because so far Rahul, the left arm spinner, has clearly been on top against the two right-handers, but clearly a strategic move also could be the case for the Rroaring Lions. Quietly played, 7 overs done and dusted with 29 for 2 are the Rroaring Lions. Samir Shah still out there batting. Mehul well accounted for eventually by Naveen. I don't think it can be Naveen Sharma. It was a left arm spinner. It had to be Rahul, the bowler, who got that wicket. Our statistician will shortly make the correction. In between, Tapan Shah, the new batsman, the left-hander that has come out to replace Mehul, and it's going to be the right-handed Naveen Sharma to continue bowling from the pavilion end. Will be bowling to Samir Shah. Samir batting on 5 of just 14 balls so far, has struggled to really get some timing on the ball. Much better, because see, it's not about the amount of runs you'll make as a batsman here. What's important is to assess the conditions. It's important that you hit a few in the middle, and once you get that confidence going, once you're in control, you'll be in a better position to get the runs as a batting unit. Samir 5 of 15. So I don't think at this point in time they should be concerned about the number of runs they'll get. All they need to focus on is on building a partnership. Once again, inside edge, I think struck on the shoulder. Oh, he's hurt. He's clearly hurt. Is Samir Shah. We're going to need probably a physiotherapist. Do we have a physiotherapist in the house? I don't think we have, but immediately he'll get some rally spray, the magic spray as they call it, and he will be getting some attention. Will Samir struck flush on the elbow. That is not very good for any batsman, because whenever as a batter you get hit on your elbow, it's asking you to go the extra yard, and it will be sore by tomorrow morning. It will have a different color altogether. He'll have to get enough icing done. Will Samir in between Tapan Shah, the left-hander who's joined Samir. Both of them have their works cut out going forward. That's a lot of off-stump. Poor shot really by Samir. That's the last thing you want to do, Sam, because it's very important as a batsman to understand that you're struggling to put bat to ball in the first place. I can understand some cat and mouse going on between Samir Shah and Naveen Sharma. The reason being is because Naveen hit him on the elbow. Probably he's taken it upon himself in a different space, and it's probably hurt his ego, and that's why he went to hit the ball over extra cover. Much better, back to ball, should pick up a couple of runs, should Samir, because there is a fieldsman out there sweeping on the offside, who will keep the batsman down to a couple of runs. 30 on the board for the Rroaring Lions, 31 for 2. A couple of deliveries to come in the 8th over. So far it's been Samurai who's been on top. They haven't really allowed the batsmen from the Rroaring Lions to really get underway or get things going. So clearly this partnership is extremely important in the context of the game, and this wicket is definitely not 160, 170 wicket. You'll be really happy if you can get to 130, 140. Full toss, probably an attempted yorker going wrong, down the ground by Samir for a single. And guess what, this is top quality running from Tapan, who called Samir through for the second run and completed it easily in the end. So delivery to come in the 8th over. 33 for 2 are the Rroaring Lions. It's good to see Samir getting some bat to ball. That square cut of the previous delivery, now downtown. So clearly that will make him feel a lot better. That's exactly what the doctor orders for the Rroaring Lions. All they need is a partnership to flourish between Samir Shah and Tapan Shah. The last ball coming up, Naveen Sharma into Samir, over the top she goes. Lovely timing on that one, but the fieldsman at mid long off does pretty well to keep the batsman down to a couple of runs. This is good going, and some momentum being injected into the innings for the Rroaring Lions after the end of the 8th over. 35 for 2 are the Rroaring Lions.
And I have the worst nails ever, and I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty.
So it's the left arm spinner Rahul to continue bowling, worked away by the left-handed Tapan. Will bring Samir on strike. Now what I'm waiting to see is how Samir carries forward from here, because Samir in the last over he managed to pick up a couple of runs a couple of times, also picked up a single, so he accounted for 5 runs of the fast ball in the last 3 deliveries, did Samir. Now that he's facing the left arm spinner Rahul, I'm waiting to see what is his approach. Ideally it should be to pick up a single and get the left-handed Tapan back on strike, because things are going a lot more better. That's exactly what the doctor orders for the batting side. Tapan giving it his all, making sure that he puts in his all so that he can get back to the crease. This is the kind of effort that the Rroaring Lions are going to need if they want to go ahead and get to 140. This is the partnership that needs to give them the foundation going forward. The Rroaring Lions, 37 for 2, 8.2 overs. Tapan, the left-hander, will fancy his chances a lot more against the left-arm spinner. Much better. This is exactly what the Rroaring Lions need. They need some sanity to prevail out there in the middle. They need to regroup. This is resurrection time for the batting side, and it's very important for them to really dig deep, and for the next 4 to 5 overs try and just rotate the strike, build on a partnership. You will get a boundary here and there. Now this is what Tapan needs to be alive and awake to. If he had taken a start, there was a single there, but this is the non-strikers call here. Some non-strikers will call you through, but Tapan had a fall a little earlier. Now this is what Samir needs to be mindful of. You lost a couple of wickets. All you need to do is pick up a single, try and get Tapan back on strike. Let Tapan take on the left arm spinner. Let some sanity prevail. Let's see some common sense in the middle. I know horses sense, it's easier said than done, as the word goes common, but it's not really as common as you would think it might be. Now there was no single in there, and Tapan thought that there was a single, but that's exactly what Rahul has managed to do so far. Has bowled a terrific spell, has the bowler Rahul, and another over comes to a closure. Only 3 runs came of it. 38 for 2 after 9 are the Rroaring Lions.
chase you for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye until next time.
Alright, so we have a bowling change. New bowler off the back foot. Tapan wanting to go big but unable to really get back to ball. Santosh Palve, the new bowler, will be bowling to Tapan. So they've employed an off spinner. He's coming over the wicket, is the bowler. Muralidharan in action. This is the Muralidharan of Sportonix. Clearly, as you can see, comes in, has a run up very similar to Muthaiya Muralidharan from Sri Lanka, the legendary Muthaiya Muralidharan, that is. And we all are aware of the exploits the off spinner had in the game of cricket, the impact he managed to put on the game. And here we definitely have Santosh Palve, who's clearly on similar lines, leg spinner after that. So this is a bag of tricks does he have up his sleeve, does Santosh Palve, because clearly, as you can see, Muralidharan followed by leg spinner apparently. So I'm pretty interested to see how this off spinner goes. Cleaned up, top of off stump. That's exactly what your coaches will tell you as a bowler. Look to aim for top of off stump, has the height, gets some extra bounce, managing to deceive the right hander Samir Shah. So his struggles have finally ended, and he falls for a paltry 12 of just 25, whilst the Rroaring Lions are clearly struggling at 39 for 3, as you can see in your replays. Ball, extra bounce. In fact, he was beaten on the inside edge. I got the feeling that he played underneath the ball, but he actually ended up playing over the ball. Poor shot at the end of it all. With the ball coming into you, you're much better off showing the straight bat off the back foot, choosing to go with the vertical bat, or the horizontal bat, I beg your pardon, and paid the price for the same. 9.4 overs, 39 for 3 are the Rroaring Lions. Alright, so it is a right-hander that has come in to replace the left-handed, the right-handed Samir Shah. And in comes the bowler, superbly tossed up, right up there, outside the line of off stump. Just how you want to start off to a new batsman. Big man Santosh Palve into the attack, counts for Samir in the very first over. Leg spinner worked away, will get off the mark, will the new batsman. Have to settle down for a single. Man at deep mid wicket doing pretty well to keep the batsman down to a single. The over comes to a close. Short 10 overs have been bowled, 40 for 3 are the Rroaring Lions. We're really grateful to our sponsors, Brillo, our jewelry partners, 7070, our jersey partners, John Claude Oliver, our grooming partners apparently, Spectrum here as well, giving away the trophies and awards to the players, Shri Destinations is our travel partners, and our catering partners who will make sure that we are nice and healthy, well fed. It's Shiv Sagar who is going to be taking on that responsibility, and RK Mumbai Realtors are our real estate partners. In between, once again, probably bowling is last over the left arm spinner. Rahul Bhadrashwara. Rahul Bhadrashwara. Wow, what a name. Bhadrashwara. For the first time I'm coming across this name. Has clearly bowled beautifully. Has Rahul Bhadrashwara, a left-arm spinner to watch out for in the competition. Sportonix season number 1. We are coming to you live from the KG Somaiya Cricket College. Cricket ground, I beg your pardon. This is the Somaiya College cricket ground, rather. Will pick up a single. Will the new batsman, Nikesh, apparently, the new batsman, Nikesh Patni. Nikesh Patani, I'm being corrected. I'm so used to the PPL, Patan Premier League, where we play, and there is somebody called Vishal Patni. There are so many Patnis, but Patani for the first time I'm encountering. So Nikesh Patani, the right-hander, has come in to join Tapan. Tapan very nonchalantly plays that away, down towards short fine leg for a single. This is exactly what Samir as well needed to do along with Tapan. Played a terrible shot under the circumstances, because when you're a couple of wickets down, what you need is to build a partnership. What you need is to make sure that you don't lose any further wickets, because as soon as you lose a wicket, it is the new batsman who will take some time on this wicket to get adjusted and acclimatized to the conditions. 11 overs have been bowled. 42 for 3 are the Rroaring Lions. Well, the bowler to look out for in the Sportonix, Santosh Palve, will bowl his off spinners like Mutha Muralidharan, will come in and bowl his leg spinners in his own style, really. You can't call it the Dusra, but he's coming around the wicket to Tapan Shah. I'm interested to see how he goes about to the left-hander. Swung away, and getting no timing on that one, because the ball was always leaving him after Santosh flighted that in the air, invited the big shot, but Tapan got his timing horribly wrong. That was because he played it well away from his body. Was the ball was in no position really, Tapan, to play that shot. So moral victory there for the bowler Santosh Palve. As you can see, has accounted for a wicket. Samir Shah, his victim. Leg spinner there. This is somebody special we are watching. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are, be seated, because we have a special bowler in the house in the form of Santosh Palve, who seems to be ringing a web, spinning a web. There you go. Check that out. Now he's giving you no pace, so you have to put all the pace on the ball as a batsman. Down to a long on for a single by the right-handed Nikesh Patani. 3 deliveries now to go in the 12th over. So far so good for the bowling side. Samurai, that is, Team Samurai. Although they lost the toss, but so far they have the lead on the batting side. On the other hand, Rroaring Lions really struggling to come to terms with this wicket. Played away on the onside, will pick up a single. Will the left-handed Tapan and get Nikesh Patani on strike. Nikesh Patani, new batsman, has faced 9 deliveries. That's exactly what I meant. Now Samir would have faced those 9 deliveries. He would have accounted for say around 8, 9 or even more, because he was well set. Leg spinner, helicopter out. Mahendra Singh Dhoni would be proud of that. But there was no real power behind it. That's because he offers no pace, does Santosh Palve. A couple of runs added to the total. Wicket on the slower side, and Santosh Palve doing them no favours really by flighting the ball as much as he does so. Reminds me of Yuvraj Singh really, not in terms of being a left arm spinner, but in terms of the pace at which he wants to bowl. Really gives it the air, and he has height as well, and he's big and built. Look at that. Worked away on the onside man, a deep square leg will keep the batsman down to a couple of runs. That's because of a fumble out there in the deep, down a deep square leg, and that's why the right-handed Nikesh Patani called Tapan through for the second run. Good going here for the Rroaring Lions. It's important that they keep the strike rotated as they've just done. 12 overs done in Industrial with 49 for 3 are the Rroaring Lions.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here. Olivier, the first.
Alright, looks like it's going to be a left arm seam bowler apparently coming around the wicket. An indifferent action because by the looks of it he comes really close to the stumps. I'm waiting to see the action really because this is something very new to my eyes. And he's coming around the wicket as opposed to over the wicket. Most left arm seamers would prefer coming over the wicket, but here is a left arm seamer I'm seeing. Short run up. This time a little wider of the crease, down the ground, and doing really well Patani to come back for the second run. So Nikesh really taking the initiative now. They need to run hard between the wickets. This is not a ground where you're going to get a lot of boundaries because the outfield is a lot lusher than the usual grounds, which means that the ball's not going to quite travel at the rate of knots. You have to put in the pace. This is more of a 130, 140 wicket, and you will still be able to compete in a half of the bat, inside edge rather. No timing on that one too. Clearly you can see that the batsmen are struggling for timing. Not the best pieces of strips on offer. When you consider 2020, you want to see runs galore, you want to see a good batting wicket, you want to see a true bounce, you want to see a wicket that the batsman can trust, because that's when you get the big scores, that's when the entertainment galore is in the house. But that's not to be the case today. Today it's going to be really subtle in terms of the batting. You're going to have to dig deep, you're going to have to spend some time at the crease to try and get the pace. This will help the Rroaring Lions. The last thing that the samurai want to do is give away extras and gift them runs. 50 just came up in the 12th over for the Rroaring Lions. They would be delighted that finally they managed, but they've had to pay a very heavy price for the same. 3 wickets have been accounted for the Rroaring Lions. In comes the left arm seamer, ball keeping low, and looking to steal a quick single. Now that was close, probably out as well, had that have hit on the full. I'm waiting to see the replay on this one because as you can see, I don't have the camera angle really that I can get you the replay in such a way wherein we can see how close that was, but to my naked eye I just felt that that was gone. Here the replay, thanks to our statistician, our monitor man, there he was not even in the frame. Well over the top for 4. Finally a much needed boundary for the Rroaring Lions, and Tapan gets his first boundary, much to the delight of the Rroaring Lions. They'd hope that this breaks the shackles for the batting side. We missed it, so we'll get you the replay on this one if that's possible, because we were seeing the replay of the previous run out opportunity, and in between Tapan managed to get this ball over mid wicket for 4. So Nikesh, Tapan, both of them would be a little relief. So will the Rroaring Lions. Once again the bowler Sandeep Gadiyar will pick up a single. Will Tapan, the left-hander, to end the over. 59 for 3 after 13 are the Rroaring Lions.
Jean-Claude Oliver and I have the worst nails ever. And I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome and I'm so glad I made it here today.
Tapan doing well there to pick up a couple of runs. Not quite getting his timing right. It's very important to keep your shape in your shots. What's happening with these two batsmen is when they're hitting the ball, you'll observe that they lose their shape. And that's the reason why they mistime more balls. This is a wicket where it's very important that you keep your shape on your shots. It will give you the distance, it will give you the momentum going forward. Now that's a technique that you need to work on, because if you haven't practiced that technique, it's not really going to come to you. You will see people like Martin Guptill, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, whenever they hit the cricket ball, how still, how stable they are with their feet, in their head positions, always in a great position more often than not to account for the bowling. Poor shot, and could have been one of the most finest catches by the fieldsman, patrolling extra cover. Was backpedaling, not the easiest of catches to take, and really wearing jersey number 1. हिंदी में कहते हैं एक नंबर कैच होता था अगर ये कैच पकड़ने में कामयाब होते थे. वहां पर फील्डर, आप रिप्ले में देख सकते हो कि पहले वो आए ऑफ स्टंप पर, फिर खेलना चाहते थे एक्स्ट्रा कवर के ऊपर से उस पोजीशन से, जो कि एक बहुत कठिन शॉट होता था. मौका जरूर था वहां पर, लेकिन मिसजज कर गए. फ्लाइटेड गेंद लेग स्टंप के बाहर पिच होती हुई. अंपायर का निर्णय बिल्कुल सही और बहुत ही अच्छी गेंदबाजी का मुआयना करते हुए यहाँ पर संतोष पलवे बिल्कुल सटीक गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं. ज्यादा गति नहीं दे रहे अपनी गेंदबाजी में, तो ज्यादा मुश्किलें पैदा कर रहे हैं बल्लेबाजों के लिए. इस बार डाउन द लेग साइड वाइड करार दिया जाएगा अंपायर द्वारा, और एक बार फिर आकर के ये गेंद डालना होगा यहाँ पर संतोष पलवे को. 14 रन दिए, एक विकेट लेने में कामयाब हुए समीर शाह का. एक गेंद आनी शेष बाकी है. दूसरा डाला, लेकिन लगता है ग्लव को लगी थी वो गेंद, इसीलिए अपील नहीं हुआ. अगर वो गेंद जा करके पैड्स को लगती तो काफी करीबी मामला हो सकता था. 14 ओवर की समाप्ति, 64, 3 विकेट के नुकसान पर रोरिंग लायंस. Alright, the left arm medium pacer played away down towards long off, will pick up a single. Will the right-handed Nikesh Patani apparently batting on 10 or 15 deliveries. This partnership seems to be developing for the Rroaring Lions. That's exactly what they need in terms of there is when you take the batting side into consideration, the last 6 overs, usually you want to be in a position where you can take on the bowling. Yes, you have 7 wickets in hand. Over the top she goes, and they'll settle down for a single because there's a man at deep mid wicket who will keep the batsman down to a single. They have 7 wickets in the tank, but this is not a wicket that you can go ahead and play a big shots. Yes, they are set. Yes, they have faced some deliveries, but there is a different technique that you need to use, really. And guess what has happened? Nikesh Patani has been found in front of the stumps, and the Rroaring Lions, so far they've really struggled to put up a partnership. Just whilst you felt this partnership was developing for the batting side, the left arm spinner Sandeep Gadiyar had other plans, found in front, playing across the line, missed a straight one. What do you expect? Nikesh Patani was disappointed with the decision, but bang on was our umpire, who managed to make the right call. That would have crashed into middle and leg. Middle, to be more precise, according to my judgment, and I could be wrong on that one because I don't have the Hawkeye with me. But 14.3 overs have been bowled, 66 for 4. Rroaring Lions, come on, what are you doing? We're in the first match of Sportonix. We're coming to you live from the KG Somaya cricket ground, and so far the Rroaring Lions have really struggled to get some momentum injected into the innings. Now it's going to be a new batsman to come to join. Tapan, who has done really well for his 18 of 18 deliveries. This is the kind of a wicket where you need those partnerships to flourish and the said batsman to bat till the end. That hasn't happened so far for the Rroaring Lions because they seem to be losing wickets just when a partnership seems to be building. 27 is what the partnership lasted between Tapan and the right-handed Nikesh, but now it's going to be Ketav Shah. Ketav down the leg side, in fact played away gently, was on leg stump instead of flicking that one. Yeah, he's practicing the helicopter. There you go. Ketav has his own way of using it. Last couple of deliveries to go in the 15th over, 66 for 4. Beaten out the line of off stump, having no idea there. Ketav Shah, no position to play that shot. Just look at where he's ended up in his positioning, playing away from the body rather than getting behind the line of the ball in order to play that ball through the offside. You need to be playing a back foot punch, back foot drive to that delivery. That would have been the preferred option. Did try that but was in no position to really do that. So close, perilously close to the off stump. So close yet so far for the left arm seamer. 15 overs have been bowled, 66 for 4 are the Rroaring Lions. Sportonix coming to you live from the KG Somaya College ground here in Sion, and it's going to be Santosh Palve to continue from the pavilion end, bowling to the left-handed Tapan. We're very grateful to our sponsors for making this tournament come alive. Brillo, our jewelry partners, 70/70, our jersey partners, John Cloud Oliver, our grooming partners, Spectrum, our trophy and award partners, which the players are going to be receiving. Swept away in between, top edge really, not quite getting the timing on that one there, Tapan, but manages to pick up a couple of runs down to deep square leg. Shri destination will be our travel partners apparently. Shiv Sagar will help us with our food, our catering partners, and RK Mumbai Realtors, our real estate partners apparently. And as you can see, Team Samurai right on top here. They lost the toss, but having bowled first, so far so good for them. Gently bowled. Wide will be signaled there by the umpire because it clearly was well over the guidelines. Having a laugh, big unit is Santosh Palve, and comes in gently. You'll see the Muralidharan in him as well come out with his off spinners. Full toss, accounted for a single down to deep mid wicket. Santosh Palve, so far so good for him. In his very first over, accounted for Samir Shah. He cleaned his poles up with the off stump going for a toss in between. Ketav Shah so far yet to get off the mark. Clearly all right-handers struggling against the Team Samurai bowling unit so far. There you go, it's going to be the right hander Santosh Palve into Ketav Shah. Chooses the off spinner this time, off the back foot, out down towards the sweeper on the offside. And guess what? Now this is what you don't want. Now I have observed this in my commentary career, I would like to say, that whenever such things happen, you will suddenly see the momentum shifting. Now let's see if this prediction comes right. Suddenly you'll see the batting side just take over and things start going for them. This is what I have come across, but I want to see whether that is the case over here. Keita finally gets one down towards, oh yes, he got a couple of runs is what the score reads. I felt he was just off the mark, was Keita. He does practice his helicopter differently, but plays it very differently when he's on strike. Keita 3 of 5. It's going to be Tapan though. Tapan the man to watch out for. 21 of 21 so far has been the Lone Ranger fighting it out for the Rroaring Lions, and it's very important now for Tapan to really come good and bat till the end. Cut away over extra cover. Should probably go into the fence for 4. Top quality shot of the back foot from Tapan. Finally reaping the rewards for having spent some time in the middle was the left-handed Tapan Shah, and to end the 16th over on a high, 77 for 4 are the Rroaring Lions. In your replay you will see was the off-spinner, bowled like Ramesh Pawar over here, off the back foot, was slow enough that he could rock onto the back foot and hit it over extra cover at ample amount of time. Could have read the newspaper really and then hit the ball over extra. Boundary accounted for, and 16 overs done and dusted with 77 for 4 are the Rroaring Lions.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the
Alright, so we have Naveen Sharma changing ends, coming in from the far end. Outside edge will go into the ropes for 4. My prediction coming absolutely spot on for the Rroaring Lions. I said that they will get momentum after that misfield, and they're getting in some momentum finally are the Rroaring Lions. 80 comes up with that boundary down towards third man, eluded the wicket keeper, that is, and went into the ropes. Now this is exactly what the batting side, the Rroaring Lions, need. On the other hand, Samurai, well, just one misfield, you drop your guard as a fielding unit, and cricket will teach you a lesson. That's what I've learned personally. So you cannot afford to drop your guard if you are a cricketer, either with the bat or with the ball, because it will cost you. And over here, that's exactly what I'm observing is happening with the Samurai. 81 for 4 are Rroaring Lions. 16.1 overs have been bowled. Can they do something special in the next 23 deliveries? Tapan Shah batting on 25 of 22 balls. Keita batting on 7 of 6 balls. Last 2 deliveries have accounted for boundaries. So 8 runs have come of the last 2 deliveries. 8 runs of the last 2 balls sounds good if you're a Rroaring Lions fan. Samurai suddenly giving things away here, and you will soon see things change. That's my prediction. Wait and watch if you're the batting unit. There's some fun that's going to be coming up. Off the back foot, Keita will give way now to Tapan. That's exactly what the Rroaring Lions need. They need every ball to be accounted for. They need every ball to be rotated. There will be boundaries. We're waiting to yet get a maximum, and I think Tapan is going to be the man who can probably deliver that maximum, because he spent enough time in the middle. 25 of 22. He's looking good in the center. The left-handed Tapan Shah will be facing up to Naveen Sharma. बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंदबाजी की थी अभी तक के समुराई ने, लेकिन जिस तरीके की पारी तपन ने खेली, उन्होंने अपना समय लिया. जब मुश्किल वक्त था, मुश्किल घड़ियां थी, साझेदारियों की जरूरत थी, राइट हैंडर्स वो दे नहीं पाए क्योंकि वो जल्दी आउट हो गए. लेकिन तपन एक लेफ्ट हैंडर है, और रोरिंग लायंस चाहेंगे कि जितना देर तपन खड़े रहते क्रीज पर उतना उनके लिए अच्छा होगा. नवीन शर्मा गेंद डालेंगे, तपन शाह को उठा के दे मारा है, चांस यहां पर फील्डर को छोड़ दिया कैच, और इसी के चलते तपन को मिलता हुआ वो लक जिसकी आवश्यकता थी, उनको समय बिताया उन्होंने और उसका यहां पर फल उन्हें मिलता हुआ तपन को, क्योंकि जब आप इतना समय बिताते हो तो कहीं ना कहीं खुदा भी खुद आपकी मदद करते हैं। आप देख सकते हो कि किस तरीके से यहां पर उठा के दे मारने के प्रयास में भारी किनारा लिया, गेंद गई बड़ी ऊंची गई और नीचे आते आते कोई पोजीशन में नहीं थे वहां पर फील्डर वो कैच लेने के लिए, और तपन रोरिंग लायंस के लिए आज भी जीवित है मिडिल में। और इसी के चलते केतव अब स्ट्राइक पर होंगे, नवीन शर्मा को खेल दिया हुआ सीधे मिड विकेट फील्डर की ओर। अब इसकी जरूरत नहीं है यहां पर रोरिंग लायंस को, वो चाहेंगे कि जितना ज्यादा स्ट्राइक तपन ले उतना बेहतर। केतव का यहां पर एक ही रोल होगा कि तपन को स्ट्राइक पर लाए, जितनी गेंदें तपन खेलेंगे उतना ज्यादा स्कोर बढ़ेगा। केतव को यह समझना होगा कि उनकी भूमिका क्या है साझेदारी में, यह बहुत जरूरी है कि एज ए क्रिकेटर आप अपनी भूमिका समझो परिस्थितियों में। इस बार फाइन लेग ऊपर थे 30 गज के खेमे में, ढापा उसको केतव शाह ने उठा के दे मारा है शॉर्ट फाइन लेग के ऊपर से 4 रनों के लिए। बहुत ही बढ़िया सोच यहां पर केतव शाह द्वारा, जहां पर मैं सोच रहा था कि तपन को उन्हें स्ट्राइक देना चाहिए, वहीं पर इनोवेटिव क्रिकेट खेल गए वहां पर केतव को। और मैं बहुत खुश होता हूं जब कोई बल्लेबाज जो है कोई ऐसी तरीके के इनोवेशन से मुझे कहीं ना कहीं गलत साबित करने में कामयाब होते, जहां पर मैं सोच रहा था कि केतव थोड़ा स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं और ज्यादा स्ट्राइक उन्हें तपन को देना चाहिए, वहां पर जब अगर वो इस तरीके की पारी खेल सकते हैं और बीच में बाउंड्रीज अर्जित कर सकते हैं इनोवेटिव क्रिकेट के साथ में, तो तपन से भी दबाव थोड़ा हटेगा। अब दोनों तरफ से आपको धुएंधार पारी खेलने की आवश्यकता है, चाहे आप तपन हो चाहे आप केतव हो। याद रखना 6 विकेट अभी भी आपके हाथ में है, तो विकेट्स आपके लिए एक परेशानी का विषय नहीं है। इस वक्त रन रेट को बढ़ाने की सख्त आवश्यकता है। जिस तरीके से ये दोनों बल्लेबाज इस वक्त खेल रहे हैं, साझेदारी पनपती हुई रोरिंग लायंस के लिए, और बहुत ही अच्छे संकेत है यहां पर रोरिंग लायंस के लिए। आखिरी गेंद 17वें ओवर के स्टेप आउट करके ऊपर से दे मारा है 4 रनों के लिए। बहुत ही बढ़िया बल्लेबाजी यहां पर तपन शाह केतव शाह द्वारा। इस बार कंसेक्यूटिव बाउंड्रीज राइट हैंडर केतव शाह के बल्ले से आता हुआ, और 17वां ओवर हुआ समाप्त एक हाई पर 91 पर 4 रोरिंग लायंस। 17 ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद आप देख सकते हो अपने रिप्लेस पर किस तरीके से स्टेप आउट कर गए और रूम बनाया, जगह बनाई अपने लिए, और एक्स्ट्रा कवर के सर के ऊपर से दे मारा 4 रनों के लिए। बहुत ही बढ़िया साझेदारी, बहुत ही बढ़िया यहां पर बल्लेबाजी का मुआयना करते हुए दोनों ही तपन शाह और केतव शाह। अब फाइनली स्पोर्टनेक्स T20 हमें देखने को मिल रहा है, ये जलवा बिखेर रहे दोनों ही बल्लेबाज। वहीं पर सामुराई कहीं ना कहीं मेरा प्रेडिक्शन जो था, जब उन्होंने एक मिसफील्ड किया जिसके चलते एक और रन लेने में कामयाब हुए बल्लेबाज, वहां से मोमेंटम शिफ्ट होता हुआ मैंने प्रेडिक्ट किया और होता हुआ आपको दिख रहा है। इसे बोलते हैं अनुभव। मैं अपने आप को थपथपा रहा हूं अपने पीठ पर, क्योंकि ये प्रेडिक्शन मेरी बिल्कुल सही निकलती। करंट रन रेट 5.35 का। अब 3 ओवर आनी शेष बाकी है, और ये 3 ओवर में कोशिश यही रहेगी यहां पर रोरिंग लायंस की कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा रन बटोर पाए और एक अच्छे लक्ष्य पर अपनी पारी को समाप्त करना चाहेंगे। जोर से मारना चाहते थे ऑन साइड पर, लेकिन यहां पर चूके तपन शाह, केतव वहां पर थोड़ी सी एक अपनी एडवाइस देते हुए कि आप शायद एक्स्ट्रा कवर के ऊपर उसे मार सकते थे। तपन ने भी बोला जी मैं समझ सकता हूं, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो आप। धनराज शेट्टी को अब लाया गया है अपने पहले 2 ओवरों में, लगता है नए बॉल के साथ उन्होंने गेंदबाजी की। मैं थोड़ा सा एब्सेंट हो गया था क्योंकि थोड़ा सा वक्त लग गया, अधिकतर मैं लेट पहुंचता ही हूं सब जगह, तो रिकॉर्ड को तो कायम रखना ही था मुझे, और वही हुआ यहां पर भी। और यहां पर देखिए ऑफ स्टंप के खासा करीब था वो गेंद। तपन ने 2 बार कोशिश की है आड़ा मारने के लिए, स्लॉक करने के लिए। अभी तक तपन को जो सक्सेस मिली है वो क्रिकेटिंग शॉट्स पर मिली है। तो आपको ये समझना होगा कि किस तरीके के पिच पर आपको किस तरीके के शॉट्स खेलने पड़ेंगे। देखिए जिस तरीके की बल्लेबाजी अब तक तपन शाह ने की है, ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है उनको कि सीधे बल्ले से जितना बड़े बड़े हिट्टे लगा सकते हो वो लगाइए इस पिच पर। आपको हॉरिजॉन्टल बैट शॉट्स के साथ में इतने रन्स नहीं मिलेंगे। और देखिए यहाँ पर 4 रन अर्जित हो सकते हैं। फील्डर जो है डीप में बहुत ही अच्छा वहां पर कवर किया उन्होंने ग्राउंड, और कामयाब रहे वहां पर बॉल को बाउंड्री के पार जाने से। 2 रन मिलेंगे जरूर वहां पर तपन को। देखिए ये क्रिकेटिंग शॉट था, स्क्वायर ड्राइव था, ओवर पॉइंट, और क्योंकि उन्होंने वहां पर ड्राइव किया, पूरा फेस दिखाने की कोशिश की थ्रू दी ऑफ साइड, और इसी वजह से कामयाब भी हो पाए। इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड एज अ बैट्समैन व्हाट आर द काइंड ऑफ शॉट्स यू कैन प्ले ऑन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ विकेट्स. You can definitely not go cal corner on this kind of a wicket. Slogs are completely out of the game. Those are the kind of shots you play only on wickets which you can trust. Here you go, probably a catch, and again dropped. Guess what? The same fielder again, who had a chance earlier with one hand, backpedaling, this time got an opportunity at mid-wicket. Standing at the same place earlier was extra cover, this time was mid-wicket. Apologizes to his teammates. Well, fun 11 games for them, but this might come back to cost them a couple of lives, a couple of reprieves for Tapan Shah, the batsman. And as you can see, top edge going up begging. This can come back to cost them. At least 10-15 runs could be accounted for. A new batsman will struggle on this wicket. So clearly Samurai not doing themselves any good by dropping catches. They say catches win matches. You need to take your catches. Will get a single down to long on. There will Ketav. Ketav has his own style of batting, really. Reminds me a bit of Kedar Jadhav, does Ketav. Because Kedar Jadhav as well has a very indifferent technique while batting. And Ketav as well has a very, very indifferent method of batting. We've seen that in the few boundaries that he picked up, 1 over short fine leg, 1 over extra cover. So clearly now that the final delivery of the 18th over, so far it has been a quiet over under the circumstances for the Rroaring Lions. We're in the 18th over. You want to account for every delivery. That hasn't quite happened in this over. Goes big. This time will find the ropes. The over ends on a high. 8 runs coming of that 18th over. And Tapan Shah looking good on 33 of 28 balls. 99 for 4 other Rroaring Lions with a run really that will help them reach the 3-figure mark. As you can see in the replay, there you go. It was a ball that was pitched on the middle stump. Was an off-cutter really, but picked up the line, picked up the length pretty quickly. Tapan has spent enough time at the crease and managing to find the square leg boundary. There was no deep square leg, and peppered the deep square leg area with precision. There did the left-handed Tapan Shah. Now it's going to be a right, probably there is a change in the bowling by the looks of it. Dhanraj Shetty will bowl out his final over. So far has gone at a run a ball, has managed to pick up a wicket as Dhanraj Shetty will be bowling to Ketav Shah, the indifferent Ketav Shah, batting on 17, wearing jersey number 17, has faced 11 balls. Let's hope I don't jinx him, because now we're in the penultimate over and I want to see Ketav flourish for cricket, because you want to see 100 and well over 120 in a 2020 at least. Can they do it? Can Ketav do it? Yeah, beaten outside run of off stump, looking to make room for himself. Ketav not quite putting back to ball, ball not bouncing. As I told you, horizontal bat shots are going to struggle on this wicket. Pulls and the cuts very seldom will be in action all evening, and very seldom will you really be able to find any timing on your pulls and cuts. Slow delivery attempted over the top down towards long on, running the first one out, wanting to come back for the second, will eventually manage to complete the second. Will Tapan and Ketav doing really well, acknowledged by his teammates sitting at the dugout. I'm commentating right besides them, and so far the 100 up for the Rroaring Lions. That's exactly why they were roaring, were the Rroaring Lions. There you go, Ketav doing really well there. Gets the ball over fine leg for 4. Lovely cricket from Ketav Shah. Innovative batting here. You're much better really putting a fieldsman at fine leg, because Ketav has done that to you a couple of times now, and Ketav is really struggling to hit the ball down the ground. So why will you keep your fine leg up and not have a fine leg? Because all that Ketav has really is to try and use the pace. That's what he did cleverly there. Out-thought the bowler Dhanraj, and managed to pick up a much required boundary. I'm loving this batting from Ketav Shah. I'm loving this cricket from the Rroaring Lions. Finally there's a partnership on display. Finally we have worked away and running the first one out. Wanted to come back for the second, but eventually managed to do that easily in the end. Behind square did that ball go, and picked up a couple of runs. Did Ketav. 25 of 15 for Ketav has given the cameo that the Rroaring Lions really needed to try and get to 120. Can they get to 120? Come on, Ketav, give us another boundary. There you go. This time through the offside straight to extra cover. Will pick up a single, Ketav, and bring the left-handed Tapan on strike. Tapan in the last over we seen managed to pick up a boundary of the last delivery. So probably Rroaring Lions, Tapan himself would be eyeing the same thing. Try and pick up a boundary of the last delivery. Can the bowler stop that from happening? I beg your pardon, it is Umar Khan, the bowler. Earlier we had Dhanraj on display, so our technician just struggling to get the right name, but finally does it. Now this is what pressure can do to you as a bowler. It can get the better of anybody. You might be anybody, but when you know the batsman's coming after you, that's when the contest gets really intriguing. Umar Khan really knows that Tapan wants to go big here. Again, Arsalanov off stump, another wide. Looking for the wide Yorker is the bowler Umar Khan, wanting to get it within the guidelines, but so far hasn't quite managed it on a couple of occasions. A couple of wides accounted for. 110 on the board. Last delivery to come in the penultimate over. Come on, Tapan, let's see one boundary here. Can we get it? No, we can't. Well done, Umar Khan. Eventually a good comeback, and the right-hander will push the left-hander for a couple of runs. Laucha, finger has been raised. Guess what has happened here? This is not what you want to see for a Rroaring Lions fan. The umpire thought that he did not manage to get his make his ground. I'm waiting to see the replay on this one, because somewhere down the line the Rroaring Lions are feeling aggrieved. Here it is, the replay, the throw, pick up with one hand and a flat return. That was probably the left arm seamer who bowled a little earlier. Oh my gosh, he changed direction. Can we get a third umpire in here? Can we really have this reviewed? Because this is a controversial decision apparently, and it is actually a goof up really by the umpire, but the Rroaring Lions, they would feel aggrieved. That's the last thing I want to see. Now this can come back to even cost them the match. One run is important in the context of 2020, but in the replays we can see, and the umpire is well within his rights to change his decision, because according to the law 66.1, if I'm not wrong, you can change your decision if you have made the wrong decision. But it is the umpire's call. Eventually is the decision by the think tank, and a great innings by Tapan Shah. 33 of 28. Would have to get back sadly into the 10 whilst his team really needs him out there. Final over coming up. Nelson on the board. 5 wickets down for the Rroaring Lions, and we're going to have a new batsman, and guess what? It is another left-hander that has come out to join his partner Ketav Shah. Ketav batting on 26 of 16. Umpires' decisions can go haywire. We can have human errors really, and that's exactly what happened over there. But Rroaring Lions, they would feel really aggrieved to see the back of Tapan, whilst everybody out here knows that Tapan was actually not out because he made his ground. That's what the replay suggested. But the umpires don't have the luxury of replays, and they're human beings at the end of it, and they can make mistakes just like we can. So we need to account for that, and we need not complain. We need to get on with the game and hope that this does not come back to cost the Rroaring Lions. In between, it is the right-handed bowler, Arsalanov off stump, beaten all ends up. Come on, Ketav. Come on, Ketav. Get some bat. No ball. Free hit coming up. Sujoy, what are you doing? What do you think you were doing out there? Sujoy ran almost to Ketav and then came back running. He ran one run for sure, half the wicket towards the batsman and then half the wicket towards the bowler. And here it is Naveen Sharma to bowl his final over. So far so good. 22 is accounted for in his 3 overs. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's watch this. Free hit coming up. This is why we watch cricket. This is why we watch 2020 cricket. Action-packed drama. We have a run out whilst it wasn't out. We have a no ball over here. Can he get some back? Oh, come on, Ketav. Your favorite shot. Final leg was in the 30-yard circle, but he could not manage to get that on that one. So 3 out of 2 times that Keitav has attempted that shot. A couple of times has been successful, but one time failed to really put bat onto ball here. And 5 deliveries to go. 112 for 5 Rroaring Lions. Come on, Keitav. 26 of 18. You've done a phenomenal job so far. Can you power them over 120? Wait and watch. Keep watching. Sportonix inside edge. Running the first one hard, wanted to come back for the second, but field spin at mid-wicket doing well to keep the ball in play close to him, which means that we're going to have the new batsman Sujay Lotankar. What's good for the Rroaring Lions is they have runs on the board. This is not an easy pitch to bat on, which means that when they will come into bat, they have their works cut out. It's important for the Samurai to understand that they have to make every run on the wicket, which is not easy to bat on. Dhanraj Shetty is the bowler. Well, they're confusing me, our statisticians, because earlier they had some other name up. Now they have Dhanraj Shetty. So we need to get our coordination right in between. There you go, outside line of off stump, not quite getting back to ball. There's Sujay, and that's what you don't want. Now Tapan would have been on strike. This could have been a different ball, a different result, and that's why I'm saying that the Rroaring Lions will be really aggrieved. Dhanraj Shetty, so far so good for him. In his 3.3 overs, has given away just 18 runs, has accounted for a wicket as well as Dhanraj Shetty. So doing very well for Team Samurai so far. Sportonix T20 coming to you live from the KG Somaya College ground in Sion. And here is the big unit. Goes big, lovely connection on that one. The first maximum coming up from the bat of the new batsman Sujay Lotankar has announced himself in the house as Sujay, and managing to park that over deep mid wicket. Just exactly what the doctor ordered for the Rroaring Lions. Was right up there in the slot. Reminded me of David Miller there. Check that out. Cleared his right leg and managed to find the fence in the end. First maximum of the Sportonix tournament. The T20 encounter coming to you live from the KG Somaya College. Don't go anywhere. Here is Sujay Lotankar batting on 6, off the mark in style. Good comeback there by the bowler Dhanraj. Managing to read the mind of the left-hander, getting carried away there. Sujay Lotankar wanting to really put back to ball, but you need to be patient, big man. You needed to wait for that delivery to come to you before you could have tried and hit it. It was too early into his shot, and that's why I ended up missing the ball altogether. So 119 on the board. Last delivery coming up of the first innings. Can Sujay tank another maximum, or will Dhanraj get the better of him? Come on, Sujay, give the crowd some entertainment. Let's finish on a high. Good bowling there by Dhanraj. Again, a horizontal shot not coming off. You need to play with a vertical bat. That's how he got a 6 as well over Cal corner. 120 is what the Rroaring Lions have managed, which means that when Team Samurai come into bat, they'll need a run more than 120. So the target 121 in the next 20 overs. I, Jervis Sambosa, will take a short break and get you the second innings in between. You can check what happened with the batting unit. Mehul struggled for his 5 of 19. Paresh unfortunately was dismissed really when you consider that he was going hammer and taunts. 10 of 8. 12 of 26 again. Samir struggling in the middle. Tapan played a blinder of an innings before had to walk back to the sheds owing to an umpire's mistake really. So you couldn't fault him for that. Neither can you fault the umpire for that, because we need to respect human errors, because we all make them. 34 he accounted for 29 balls. Nikesh was legged before wicket was found in front of the stumps. Nikesh Patani, that is, 10 of 16. But Keitav Shah, you beauty, take a bow, managing 27 of 19 to power the Rroaring Lions to 120. And that last 6 by Sujay helping them as well in the end. In the bowling department, it was Dhanraj Shetty who did well in his 3 overs. Went at a runabout, picked up a wicket, and Naveen Sharma in his 3 overs 22. Rahul 4 overs, take a bow, 1 wicket and 10 runs only conceded. That was the left arm spinner really. And Sandeep Gadiyar in his 2 overs picked up a wicket, went at a runabout. Santosh Palwe, Muralidharan of the Sportonix managing 25 in his 4 overs, having picked up a wicket, the wicket of Samir Shah that is. And in his 3 overs Umar Khan accounted for 20 runs. So as you can see, Nelson accounting for a wicket. The fifth one, that was Tapan Shah, who was given a run out whilst Nelson was on board, which means that 66. So a bit of a 11 table really for the Rroaring Lions. 39 was the third wicket, the first wicket on 17 and the second wicket on 29. 18 extras conceded there by the bowling side. That will help the Rroaring Lions, and I shall see you shortly in the second innings.
The first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Postquarm, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here. The first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Postquarm, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here. The first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Postquarm, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here. The first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Postquarm, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be
JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye till next time. JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye till next time. JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye till next time. JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, It's been fun, revitalizing, and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye until next time. Thank you so much, JCO, for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing, and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye until next time. Thank you so much, JCO, for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing, and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye until next time.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're underway the second innings. That is, we're into the second over. 13 without 14, in fact, without the loss of any wickets. Our team Samurai, Faisal Patel, and Sadanand Pujari, the two openers for Team Samurai. Look at this. This is something different. 5 of 6 is Faisal, and Sadanand is 6 of 5. So 5 and 6 in tandem along with this partnership. And guess what? Harsh has given away 5, the bowler. Chance really for cover point, but just short of him. Does really well. Does the Fulsman. 2 overs have been bowled, 14 for no loss. Our team Samurai.
JCO for having me here. Usually maintaining my hair and nails seems like a chore, but being here, it's been fun, revitalizing and relaxing. I can't wait to come back, and I'm so glad JCO is here in India. Bye until next time.
Well, worked away on the onside. Will pick up a single. Will the right-hander Sadanand Pujari and give way to Faisal Patel. 2.1 overs. Team Samurai so far so good because the required run rate is never a point of question for the batting side. What's going to be important for Team Samurai is to try and keep their wickets intact, because that's the only way that they're going to be putting any pressure on the bowling side. Oh, misfield, that will not help. When you've scored 120 on board, you need to make it 140 in the field, by making sure that you can make your half chances, by making sure you don't misfield, by making sure that you support your bowlers, because your bowlers are going to really find it difficult to curtail the runs if you're not going to support them. This partnership with 17 goes over the top. Guess what? Over the top of the fieldsman she came for 4. Whilst the fieldsman at mid-off was interested and felt that the ball was coming straight down his throat, the ball eluded him, so got a lot more bat, did the batsman Faisal Patel there, and accounted for a much needed boundary for Team Samurai. Now see, this is what happens. He would have been off strike, and it would have been Sadanand who would have been on strike, and this ball would have been a completely different result. You never know. But guess what happened? Faisal Patel came back on strike because of that misfield, and guess what? A boundary. That's exactly what I was talking about. The momentum shifted earlier for the batting side after a misfield. Something similar might happen here for Team Samurai. You need to be careful. There you go, over the top, and guess what? I'm happy that my prediction goes wrong here in terms of momentum, because it's right back with the bowling side. As the last laugh in the end does the bowler, and Faisal Patel just struck a boundary over the top of mid-off. And whilst mid-off was interested here, hitting one straight into the air, straight to extra cover. In the replays, we'll be in a position to tell you exactly what happened there. But was it a slow one, a leg cutter, that is, off the line of off stump, which the right-handed Faisal wanted to bludgeon through the offside, but only managed to find the fieldsman at extra cover. We'll get you the replay shortly, because our technician just seems to be struggling to get the replay at the moment. But nevertheless, Ketaf Shah managed to bat well earlier with the bat, gave the impetus to the batting unit, the Rroaring Lions, that is, that they helped, or rather they managed 120. And now with the ball as well, featuring for them and doing pretty well so far. Couple of deliveries to go in the third over. 21 for 1. Team Samurai managing to pick up a wicket. Ketav did a phenomenal job with the bat. Now contributing with the ball as well. Ketav. Left-hander Varun Madnani coming in to join Sadanand Pujari. 2.4 overs have been bowled. 21 for 1. Couple of deliveries to come in the third over. Team Samurai, well, all you need to do is keep your wickets intact. On the other hand, this is not what the doctor orders, just straying down the leg side for the fielding side. Rroaring Lions, that is. It's important to hit your mark straight away because you don't have a big total to defend here. You're only defending a paltry 121 to be precise, which means that you've got to make it look like 140 by the way you bowl and the way you field. Oh, come on, Ketav. Let's get this one right down the leg side. We'll just work that ball away behind square. Man at square leg doing the fielding. And a couple of runs to Varun Madnani to get off the mark. A ball to go in the third over. So far so good for Team Samurai, although they've lost a wicket, but they managed to put up some runs on the board because when the batting side, Rroaring Lions, who won the toss, selected to bat first, and the power play they did disastrously badly when you consider hardly they managed 26 or 27 in the power play. 24 is where the scoreboard has reached. And a dot to complete the third. 24 is where it will stay after the end of 3 for the loss of a wicket. A successful over for the Rroaring Lions.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole.
Alright, action time. Right-handed bowler bowling to a right-handed batsman off the back foot straight to point. And a misfield, a comedy affair as it could have been, but both batsmen eventually deciding to not go in for the single. First it was the non-striker who did entertain thoughts to get down the batting end owing to a misfield, but sanity prevailing at the end of it all, because Team Samurai, all they need really is to bat over there without losing any wickets, and they'll probably go through. On the other hand, the endeavour for the Rroaring Lions will always be to try and pick up wickets at regular intervals. That's what they need to be doing if you're a Rroaring Lions fan. New bowler Harshang Parekh. Harshang into his second over apparently. Bowling from the far end. It's good to see the side screen in place. Absolutely spot on, a black side screen where we're playing with a white ball, so that's exactly how you need to go ahead in this situation. Guess what? How did that miss the stumps? How did that miss the wicketkeeper? Nobody had any clue. I'm waiting to see the replay on this one, because what happened over here was that the ball never rose after it pitched, which means that the ball just kissed the deck and chose not to leave it. Enjoyed that kiss, didn't the ball? Check that out. How did that miss the leg stump? Oh my. Look at the wicketkeeper in no position to take the ball, really. He was convinced that was hitting the stumps. Varun Madnani rather, would consider himself really fortunate that the ball did not go onto the stumps in between. 3 deliveries have been bowled so far in this over. Worked away by Varun. Straight to mid-wicket. Not the best pieces of fielding will mean that Varun will pick up a couple of runs. Now this is not what Rroaring Lions need. You're not helping your own cause by misfielding. On the other hand, Team Samurai won't complain. They've gotten off to a terrific start when you consider you're only chasing 121. They need 90 of 98 balls. They're in the driver's seat at Team Samurai. They bowled really well up front, particularly in the first 15-16 overs, where they never allowed the Rroaring Lions to get away. There you can see the wicket playing indifferently when Varun Madnani is on strike. One kept low, the other rose from a length, so clearly not the best wicket to bat on. So if you are a Rroaring Lions fan, all you can do is not give up. That is important on this wicket, because it's not an easy wicket to bat on. Couple of wickets and all of a sudden you'll see the momentum shifting to the fielding side, because this is a pitch where you need to dig deep as a batsman. You need to play with a vertical bat as much as you possibly can, giving yourself more chances of connecting with the ball. That should be the endeavour for the batsmen and the batting side. Sportonix coming to you live from the KG Somaya Cricket Ground here in Sion. 31 on the board. 4 overs have been bowled. A wicket loss for Team Samurai.
Of Asia hair color. So this is Post-Warm, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here, and pretty it looks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys have to check this place out. It's in Bandra and it's the first store of its kind, and there will be many more, but for now you have to all be here.
Well, 31 for 1. 4 overs have been bowled. Team Samurai, well, you seem to be you've gotten off to a great start with the bat when you consider that you're only chasing 121. Varun Madnani, 8 of 6 deliveries, started off beautifully as Varun. Sadanand, I beg your pardon, Pujari batting an 8 of just 8 deliveries. Run a ball 8 for him. बहुत ही रोमांचक मुकाबला होता हुआ इन दोनों ही टीमों के बीच में, टीम समुराय और रोरिंग लायंस के बीच में. आउटसाइड लाइन ऑफ स्टंप बीट कर गए वहां पर केतव अभी तक के स्टार रहे यहाँ पर रोरिंग लायंस के लिए. मानना पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल शेर की तरह दहाड़ा आज उन्होंने रोरिंग लायंस के लिए, क्योंकि पहले इनिंग्स में बल्लेबाजी के साथ उन्होंने अपना जलवा बिखेरा. नॉट आउट रहे, नाबाद रहे, शायद 26-30 रन कुछ करके बहुत कम गेंदों में. एग्जैक्ट स्कोर में लाऊंगा केतव शाह का आपको, लेकिन गेंदबाजी में भी बढ़िया प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर केतव. एक विकेट भी दिलाने में कामयाब हुए पिछले ओवर में. सदानंद पुजारी राइट हैंडर ओपनिंग पार्टनर को खो चुके हैं, लेकिन वरुण मदनानी ने अभी तक जितने रन अर्जित कर लिए 6 गेंदों में, काफी अच्छा स्कोर बोर्ड पर टोटल लगता हुआ यहां पर टीम समुराई को. इस बार सीधा कवर पॉइंट की ओर जाता हुआ ये गेंद, और 1 रन लेने में कामयाब जरूर होंगे यहां पर बल्लेबाज. लेफ्ट हैंडर मदनानी के इस 1 रन से अब सदानंद पुजारी स्ट्राइक पर आएंगे. 4.3 गेंदें डल चुकी है. केतव जो है गेंद डाल रहे हैं फिलहाल पवेलियन छोर से. स्लो लेग कटर डालने में कामयाब हुए यहां पर केतव शाह. आप उनके फिगर्स भी देखेंगे तो 15 गेंदों में 21 रन जरूर दिए, थोड़े महंगे जरूर साबित हुए, लेकिन एक विकेट चटकाने में बिल्कुल कामयाब रहे यहाँ पर केतव शाह। इस बार खेलना चाहते थे, कट करना चाहते थे, लेकिन पूरी तरीके से चूके वहां पर सदानंद पुजारी। बहुत ही अच्छी गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, मजा आ रहा है केतव को एक्शन में देखकर, पहले बल्ले के साथ अब गेंद के साथ। स्लोअर गेंद, धीमी गति की गेंद, यही आवश्यकता है यहाँ पर फील्डिंग साइड को। जितना गति में परिवर्तन रहेगा उतना ही मुश्किलें बढ़ती रहेंगी बल्लेबाजों को। केवल 2 रन आए इस 5वें ओवर में, 35, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर टीम समुराय 5 ओवरों की समाप्ति के बाद।
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color, so this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is exclusively only available here. And
उठा के दे मारा है और 4 रनों के लिए जा गई ये गेंद। बहुत ही बढ़िया हिट यहाँ पर वरुण मदनानी की ओर से। 13 रन पर स्वयं जा पहुंचे, केवल 8 गेंदों का सामना करके। हर्षंग यहाँ पर थोड़े से हताश होंगे क्योंकि पहली गेंद थी उनकी, अब दबाव गेंदबाज पर जरूर रहेगा यहाँ पर कर्टेल करने को। बाकी के ओवरों में याद रखिए वो केवल 121 को डिफेंड कर रहे हैं। ऐसे में आप चाहेंगे कि जितना हो सकता है आप पावर प्ले में डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वरुण मदनानी समझते बिल्कुल है कि ये आखिरी ओवर है पावर प्ले का, तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो रन बनाना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर वरुण मदनानी। देखिए रूम बनाया, जगह बनाई, लेकिन मिड ऑफ वहां पर मुस्तैद। मिसफील्ड के चलते 1 रन नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि वरुण मदनानी का जो इंटेंशन है वो क्लियरली ये है कि वो स्ट्राइक ले और इस ओवर को मैक्सिमाइज करने की कोशिश करे। भूलिएगा नहीं, पावर प्ले के आखिरी 4 गेंद आनी शेष बाकी है इस ओवर में। स्टेप आउट करके एक्स्ट्रा कवर के थ्रू गैप ढूंढने में कामयाब हुए वहां पर वरुण मदनानी। 4 रन मिलेंगे यहां पर वरुण को। बहुत ही बढ़िया पारी खेलते हुए वरुण मदनानी टीम समुराय के लिए उनका स्कोर पहुंचा जाकर के 41 रन, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। 3 गेंदें आनी शेष बाकी है इस ओवर में। धुएंधार पारी यहां पर खेल रहे वरुण मदनानी, बहुत ही बढ़िया लग रहे। बीच में देखिए स्टेप आउट की, जगह बनाई और गैप ढूंढने में कामयाब हुए वहां पर वरुण मदनानी। बिल्कुल गेंद को सीमा रेखा के पार आसानी से भेज दिया वरुण ने। और दबाव यहां पर हर्ष शांग पारिक पर, क्योंकि पहली गेंद पर चौका लगा, अब तीसरी गेंद पर भी प्रहार किया वरुण ने। तो बिल्कुल ये नहीं चाहेगी रोरिंग लायंस के ओवर में और रन अर्जित हो, क्योंकि 8 रन आ चुके हैं अब यहाँ पर हर्षांग की यही कोशिश होगी कि जिस तरीके से यहाँ डॉट बॉल डालने में कामयाब हुए, बहुत ही अच्छा कमबैक मैं कहना चाहूंगा हर्षांग पारिक की, वैसे ही दूसरे 2 गेंदों में भी वो डॉट डाल पाए। और देखना यही होगा कि स्टेप आउट करके यहाँ पर गेंद हल्की सी रुख करके आए, लेकिन वरुण आराम से वो सिंगल लेंगे और स्ट्राइक पर आएंगे राइट हैंडर सदानंद पुजारी। और इसी सिंगल के साथ पावर प्ले का आखिरी गेंद, 42 रन बोर्ड पर लग चुके हैं 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। अब देखना यह होगा कि इस आखिरी गेंद पर क्या सदानंद पुजारी कुछ अलग कर पाते हैं या फिर जरूरत है यहाँ पर हर्षांग के लिए कि ये गेंद पर डॉट आए, ज्यादा रन ना आए, क्योंकि हम कॉन्टेस्ट देखना चाहते हैं, हमें कॉम्पिटिशन देखना चाहते हैं, वन साइड अफेयर को देखना ही नहीं चाहते कभी क्रिकेट में। और ये मौका तब बनेगा जब कुछ विकेटें गिरेंगे, कुछ डॉट गेंदें आएंगी। और यहाँ पर शॉर्ट गेंद प्रहार जरूर करना चाहते थे, मिस आउट कर गए वहां पर सदानंद पुजारी। इसी के चलते पावर प्ले हुआ समाप्त, 42 पर रहेगा स्कोर, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर टीम समुराय।
Oliver, and I have the worst nails ever. And I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome, and I'm so glad I made it here today.
Alright, 7 overs have been bowled, 48 for 1 on our Team Samurai. Faisal Patel, he was accounted for by what's just happening? I thought Ketav picked up that wicket. It's Harshang written over here. Ketav picked up the first wicket, not Harshang. I think there's some misunderstanding there, because Ketav was the wicket taker and not Harshang. We'll get that corrected by a statistician. 7 overs, 48 for 1. Our Team Samurai, so far so good for Team Samurai. They lost the toss, but what they managed to do beautifully is that they have managed to put the runs on the board. Sujay Lotankar, the lone 6-hitter in the Sportonix tournament so far. I remember him tonking that 1-6, which enabled Rroaring Lions to get to 120. This time crashed away through extra cover, will go into the ropes. Lovely shot by Sadanath Pujari. Well, Sadanath Pujari, the right-hander, batting on 17 of just 19 balls, has been batting really strong. All guns blazing here, Sadanath Pujari. Wow. 48. 1 wicket, in fact 52 now. Worked away on the onside by Sadanath Pujari. Will collect the boundary. Consecutive boundaries coming from the batter Sadanath. First it was crashed through extra, then using the pace of Harshang Parik and managing to find the fine leg fence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, by the looks of it, Team Samurai in complete control, and what's not good for the Rroaring Lions is that the required run rate seems to be coming down at the rate of knots. Whilst they need to pick up wickets to do the Rroaring Lions, Team Samurai have some other plans. The 50 comes up for Team Samurai with that earlier boundary, I would like to say, of that through extra, that is. Loud shout right in front, Mr. Straight Ball with Sadanath Pujari. Finally has the last laugh. There's Harshang, and Team Samurai lose their second. So after picking up a couple of boundaries, Sadanath Pujari, yes, that's what he needed to do on his way back, practicing the on drive, practicing playing with a vertical bat straight down the ground rather. Needed to show the maker's name, whilst he has no sticker really on his bat, but needed to show the full face of the bat there. Sadanath Pujari, not to be the case. Harshang manages to pick up a wicket, and Team Samurai have been rocked in between. Varun Madnani looking good, batting on 20 of just 14 balls, has a new partner who has come in to join him. 7.3 overs, 56 for 2. Sportonix, we're coming to live from the KG Somaya College ground. Well, our saloon partners, John Cloud Oliver. It's good to see. I'm very happy seeing John Cloud Oliver. Yeah, probably they'll do up my hair, is it? Yes. Yeah, they will, won't they? So and probably I'll get a massage as well to go along with that. In between, our Muralidharan of the Sportonix, Santosh Palve, has a bag of tricks up his sleeve with the ball. Now with bat in hand, batting at number 4 for Team Samurai. Harshang Parik has been a tad expensive, 3.3 overs, 29, but managing to pick the big wicket of Sadanath a little earlier. That will help the cause of the Rroaring Lions. Let's not forget they need to keep chipping at the wickets. Can somebody pick up a hat-trick? Can they turn things around? Can they build momentum back into their side? Only time will tell. So far so good for Harshang. Managed to bowl a couple of dots now to the new batsman Santosh Palve. That's exactly what you need to do as a bowling unit. Try and restrict the runs, try and keep the runs down. Strangely, I thought he's faced a couple of deliveries, but the scoreboard shows that he's only faced one delivery. Okay, I'm being corrected. There was a wide delivery, and that's why only one legitimate delivery being faced here by Santosh. Goes big. He was out of the plans. There's the big man. And guess what? I'm waiting for the umpire signal on this one. Boundary signaled. So terrific start for Santosh Palve. Starts off on a high for Team Samurai, and they're looking great in the middle. Our Team Samurai. Wow, wow, wow. This is looking fabulous, really. Team Samurai, you're doing a wonderful job, really. And making things really come alive out here at the KG Somaya College ground. This time not quite timing it, but falls in no man's land. Man, a deep mid wicket coming around, and will pick up a couple of runs. Will Palve. So here are some of the plans. Come out all guns blazing is Santosh Palve. 6 runs came with the last 2 deliveries. 63 for 2 are Team Samurai after 8.
Olivier, the first salon of its kind in the whole of Asia. Hair color. So this is Sportonix, a Spanish brand which is
What a shot! Terrific blow! Nasty hit over the bowler's head for 6. Varun Madnani, well, check this for a blow. Sujay came into bowl to Varun. Varun already standing at the line, like some steps out and take that. That reminds me of Irfan Pathan. Really, what a shot. Great strike by Varun. This one crashed away through the gap. Varun Madnani is on fire out here at the KG Somaya College Cricket Ground. We have been treated to an absolutely magnificent knock by the left-hander. It's always a delight to watch the left-hander in action. Doing well, Varun Madnani getting into his own and making sure that he really finishes this match up quickly. By the looks of it, Team Samurai trying to bat their opponents out really. Can you believe what's happening here? Crashed off the back foot, believe you me. Varun Madnani is looking fantastic in the middle. 30 of 16. Oh, come on, Sujay. No. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to be bowling on the stumps. You want to be making sure that you're at least giving the batting team a headache by making the runs, but Sujay under pressure, one can feel for him. Come on, Varun, you stepped out, hit him over his head for 6, then crashed him through extra, stepping out, Chinese cut, inside edge there is. Varun running the first one out, will come back for the second easily, and guess what? I think Santosh Palve will go back for the third. Yes, he should. Oh, no, Santosh Palve sold him a dummy almost, sent him back eventually, and Varun Madnani got back to his crease. So, well, I need to probably just three deliveries to go, 45 needed of 69 balls. Team Samurai crashed, chance, grasped. That's the last thing you want to do if you're a Rroaring Lions fan. Oh, come on, Rroaring Lions. शेर कब दहाड़ेगा? यहाँ पर समुराई मात दे रहा है शेरों को, क्योंकि इसकी आवश्यकता बिल्कुल नहीं है यहाँ पर शेरों को. Rroaring Lions, oh my gosh, check that out. Easy chance, put down. This time again, going through mid-wicket, not quite getting the timing right on this one. The left-hander Madnani has featured superbly so far. Great start in the tournament for Varun Madnani. Sportonix really doing well to get this tournament underway. We have many sponsors really have come together to make this tournament come alive. Alright, so last over will come in the 9th over, 77 for 2. And it's going to be the right-handed Santosh Palvi on strike. Going at a strike rate of 200 is Santosh. Beaten ball not quite bouncing as much as Santosh expected. 77 is where the scoreboard will stay. Couple of wickets down after 9 are Team Samurai.
And I have the worst nails ever, and I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome, and I'm so glad I made it here today.
Left arm seamer. Varun Madnani, top edge is this one, and falls in no man's land. So Varun Madnani really fancying his chances here, and luck is definitely favouring him for sure at the moment. Varun Madnani doing pretty well is Varun. So far so good for the left-hander, still manages to stay out there. Mehul, the new bowler. Rroaring Lions, well, today has not been the best days for them on the field. Won the toss, elected to bat first, but could not quite get the runs on the board. 43 needed, now 65. So Team Samurai in the driver's seat will fancy their chances. These kind of misfields won't help the cause of the Rroaring Lions. They're going to have to pull up their socks. They're known as Lions, then they got to play like one as well. Partnership 23 of just 11 bowls for Team Samurai. This partnership has clearly taken the game away. Look at the current run rate, 8.46 as opposed to the required run rate, which stands at 3.71. So this match can be done and dusted quickly. That will help my cause because I haven't eaten anything since morning because I've been so busy. But now I'll get the opportunity to go and grab a meal quickly and then get to the second match after that. Guess what? I'm leaving to Indore apparently on the 30th to do a marathon in Indore. So I'm looking forward to this because after that I have to come back for the finale of the Patan Premier League, which will take place on the 1st. So the 31st I will be in Indore. So I'm looking forward to this really. 30th happens to be my parents' anniversary, and I really won't be there for that. Varun stepping out over the top, she goes for 4. Well, Varun Madnani clearly has other plans. He wants to get this game over in a hurry. Look at those muscles for Varun. He comes across as a strong bloke. Check this out. Was Asal out of off stump. He made room for himself and dragged it from well outside the round of off stump to the left of long on. Had just a few paces to go there. Long on. Good shot inside out. Over extra. Varun Madnani, you beauty, consecutive boundaries coming from the bat at the left hand. Clearly has been the part, showing the way forward to Team Samurai and showing Rroaring Lions that you could have done better with the bat. This is different quality of batting. Check this out, making room this time, showing us that he can play through the offside, opening the face of the bat at the last moment to try and get the placement right over extra, managing to beat the man in the deep at long off for Varun batting on 40-22. Clearly pressure completely taken off, stepping out over the top. Cat corner, you beauty, 6. So a couple of boundaries followed by a maximum for Varun Madnani, announcing himself out here at Sportonix, KG Somaya Cricket College Ground. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because Varun Madnani batting on 50, half century comes up of just 24 balls, going at well over 200 with his strike rate. Varun Madnani, what's the need? Hardly any runs now. Check that out, take it on the full and really give it his all. Strong muscles for Varun. And Varun does not know. Probably you need to make some noise. The Team Samurai, 10 overs 95. Take a bow, Varun Madnani. Just acknowledges the applause by his teammates. And 10 overs 95. Can you believe it? Halfway through the stage, halfway through the innings rather. And Team Samurai in the driver's seat. Alright, finger goes up. Santosh Palve, I missed that ball honestly, because I needed to speak to somebody in between. I just lost out on this ball. And Santosh Palve has to depart. 7 alongside his name, Tapan Shah, straight away into the wickets. Tapan batted well, bowls right-handed apparently. A couple of bounces before he struck Santosh Palve. Santosh was laughing when he was struck that the ball never arrived, but was found in front. Umpire reckoning that would have gone on to hit the stumps. The only decision that he had to make was he struck in the line of the stumps, and the umpire reckoned that he was struck in the line of the stumps. So Tapan gets into the wickets in his very first delivery, but they needed the wicket of Varun rather, where I don't think anything. Look at that graph, check that out. Where are you? Where are you, Rroaring Lions? Have you arrived, or are you still sleeping? Look at Samurai, who were powering the Lions so far. Oh my gosh, look at the run worm graph. Unbelievable graph, all thanks to that terrific left-hander Varun Madnani, you beauty. Only 26 now, come on, these are formalities. Varun will probably walk over that in a couple of overs with the way he's batting at the moment. 50 alongside his name with just 24 balls. Unbelievable stuff really from Varun, just showing the Lions that, you know what, you could have batted really a lot more better and changed the complexion of the game with the bat. But full marks to Team Samurai for bowling very well, restricting their opponents to 120, whilst they actually won the toss to the Rroaring Lions. They elected to bat first, but did not quite get the number of runs they wanted. Oh wow, it is Shiv who has come to join Varun. Shiv, let's not forget, Lord the Almighty, the one and only, the Supreme Soul, Shiva, as we all know them. So this is going to be interesting. Shiv coming in to join Varun Madnani. Varun batting currently. Shiv, 2 left-handers, outside edge, leading edge rather, over the head of Tapan it went. Will be safe at the end of it all. So Shiv off the mark, rather not convincingly, but yet all's well that ends well for Shiv. having jersey number 33. Shiv is his name. That is awesome. Can we get the full name of Shiv? शिव नारायण, क्या बात है, नारायण भी है, शिव भी है। यहाँ पर तो महज स्पोर्टोनेक्स में स्वयं भगवान अवतरित हुए हैं यहाँ पर शिव नारायण के रूप में। नारायण सबसे समर्थ पुरुष, 16 कला संपूर्ण, लक्ष्मी उनकी धर्मपत्नी, वो भी 16 कला संपूर्ण, हमारे सतयुग के राजा और रानी लक्ष्मी और नारायण। यहाँ पर शिव और नारायण की जोड़ी शिव के रूप में मौजूद है क्रीज पर, इस समय बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं। साथ निभा रहे वरुण मदनानी का। 97 रन जुड़ चुके हैं। टॉस किया गया हवे में, इनवाइट किया बड़े शॉट को, लेकिन शिव ने वहां पर टाइम नहीं कर पाया अपने शॉट को जिस तरीके से वो करना चाहते थे। जरा जोर से प्रहार कर रहे थे, थोड़ा अंदरूनी भाग लगा बल्ले का। 1 रन लॉन्ग ऑन के क्षेत्र में मिलेगा, लेकिन ये है कॉन्टेस्ट। सर जी कहीं जाइएगा नहीं, वरुण मदनानी अब स्ट्राइक पर है, 51 पर खेल रहे हैं। 25 गेंदों का सामना करने के बाद मौका जरूर था और लगा ऑफ स्टंप पे शायद, और वरुण मदनानी को चलता किया। यहाँ पर तपन ने फ्लाइट में बीट हुए और बहुत ही बढ़िया पारी का अंत होता हुआ 25 गेंदों में 51 रन बना करके अंत में तपन को मिली वो कामयाबी। और तीसरा झटका लगता हुआ यहाँ पर टीम समुराई को आप देखेंगे रिप्ले में कि पहले ही मन बना लिया था आगे बढ़कर के ऊपर से मारने का, लेकिन गेंद पहुंची नहीं। शॉट थोड़ा जल्दी खेल गए, हवे में बीट हुए जैसे मैंने पहले कहा था, और ऑफ स्टंप को जा लगी वो गेंद। चौथा झटका लगता हुआ टीम समुराई को, और स्कोर जो है 98 पर 4, 11 ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद टीम समुराई।
The worst nails ever, and I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome, and I'm so glad I made it here today.
ठीक है, यहाँ पर डाउन द लेग साइड वाइड करार दिया जाएगा। 99 पर पहुंचता हुआ यहाँ पर टोटल 99, 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर 11 ओवर की समाप्ति बाद अब मैच औपचारिकता बची है। अब तीनों ही लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं इस वक्त एक्शन में, गेंदबाज भी लेफ्ट हैंडर, दोनों बल्लेबाज भी लेफ्ट हैंडर्स। तपन शाह जो है पिछला ओवर अपना डाल चुके थे, ये नए गेंदबाज है। हम आपको सही नाम लाएंगे बहुत जल्दी, क्योंकि तपन ने तो पिछला ओवर डाला था। हमारे स्टैटिस्टिशियन बहुत जल्दी आपको सही नाम लाएंगे। और 4 रनों के साथ 100 रन पूरे होते हुए टीम समुराई के, बहुत ही बढ़िया यहाँ पर शुरुआत रही है स्पोर्टोनिक्स में समुराई के लिए। टॉस भले ही हारा, लेकिन मैच तो आराम से जीत जाएंगे। अब मैच औपचारिकता बची है। यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे कि किस तरीके से डाउन द लेग साइड थी, विकेट कीपर के पास चांस बिल्कुल भी नहीं था, उठा के दे मारना चाहते थे शिव वहाँ पर, लेकिन वाइड 5 रन जुड़ेंगे यहाँ पर स्कोर बोर्ड में, तो ये अच्छे संकेत नहीं है रोरिंग लायंस को। देखिए, जब आप टॉस जीतते हो, पहले बल्लेबाजी करने का निर्णय लेते हो, तब ये आवश्यकता होती है कि आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रन बटोरो। वो हो नहीं पाया उनसे, और फिर जिस तरीके की गेंदबाजी की है वो कहना पड़ेगा आज दिन नहीं रहा रोरिंग लायंस का। वहीं पर टीम समुराई ने तो वाकई में मात दे दी बड़े आराम से। यहाँ पर मुझे लगता है आने वाले 2 ओवरों में ये मैच समाप्त हो जाएगा। 13वां ओवर तक मेरा अनुमान है कि ये मैच समाप्त होगा। मैं यहाँ पर स्पोर्टोनिक्स के हमारे जो मैनेजर है मनीष से पूछना चाहूँगा कि मनीष जी, यहाँ पर कोई बोनस पॉइंट है? 12वें ओवर में समाप्त होगा तो बोनस पॉइंट मिलेगा? 16वें ओवर में, मतलब 16वें ओवर से पहले अगर समुराई जीतती है तो बोनस पॉइंट तो पक्का यहाँ पर तय है समुराई के लिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पर कोई शक नहीं है कि टीम समुराई जीतेगी। एक ही तरीका है रोरिंग लायंस को इस मैच में वापस आने का, वो एक कोई हैट्रिक ले ले 2 बंदे, तब जाकर के कुछ हो सकता है, नहीं तो पॉसिबल नहीं है यहाँ पर। अब लेकिन कहते क्रिकेट में कुछ भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, इम्पॉसिबल है। और यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे बहुत ही बढ़िया हिट कवर ड्राइव लगाया, और जब लेफ्ट हैंडर कवर ड्राइव मारता है तो एक बहुत ही अच्छे साइट या बहुत ही अच्छा एक साइट होता है व्यूअर्स के लिए। आप देख सकते हो रिप्ले में, लाइव तो मैं मिस कर गया ये शॉट, लेकिन आप देख सकते हो पहले अंदर आए फिर जगह बनाई, गेंदबाज ने कोशिश करी कि बाहर की ओर छकाए, लेकिन शिव जो है वहाँ पर टाइमिंग बिल्कुल सटीक, प्लेसमेंट बिल्कुल सुंदर, और इसी के चलते एक 4 रन अर्जित कर गए। शिव बल्लेबाजी कर रहे 6 रनों पर 7 गेंदों का सामना करके। 11.4 ओवर हो चुके, 108, 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर टीम समुराय। 13 रन अब बाकी है। अब केवल जल्दी से जल्दी 13 रन खत्म हो जाए तो मैं भी कुछ खाने चलता हूँ, और ये 4 रनों के साथ मदद जरूर कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर शिव मेरी भी। अब 9 रन आने शेष जरूरी, माफ करिएगा, 9 रन शेष बाकी है इस गेम में, इस प्रतियोगिता में। टीम समुराय को बोनस पॉइंट से मात देने के लिए रोरिंग लायंस का देख सकते हैं फिर से चकमा दिया। इस बार अंदर की तरफ आए, पहले बाहर की ओर गए, बहुत ही अच्छा पिकअप शॉट यहाँ पर मेहुल कामदार महंगा साबित होते हुए रोरिंग लायंस के लिए। 28 रन 32 रन अभी तक दे चुके हैं 2 ओवरों में, और ये लॉन्ग ऑफ की दिशा में, लॉन्ग ऑफ फील्डर से मिसफील्ड, और ये दिन समाप्त करता है रोरिंग लायंस के लिए। देखिए इस तरीके का दिन रहा है उनका, जहां पर रन बिल्कुल नहीं बने हैं, जहां पर बहुत मुश्किलों का सामना उन्हें करना पड़ा है रोरिंग लायंस को, और उसका कारण है कि उन्होंने अच्छी क्रिकेट नहीं खेली, पहले बल्लेबाजी ठीक से नहीं की, अब गेंदबाजी उनकी थोड़ी सी बिलो पार लगी, और फील्डिंग में भी अगर आप अपने बॉलर्स की मदद नहीं करोगे तो अपने ये मुश्किलें साबित करेंगे। 12 ओवर की समाप्ति, 116 पर 4 टीम समुराय। लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अब मैं औपचारिकता 5 रन आने शेष बाकी है, जो कि मेरे ख्याल से इसी ओवर में समाप्त होने की संभावना है अगर शिव स्ट्राइक पर आएंगे, क्योंकि शिव जो है, शिव नारायण, वो एक लेफ्ट हैंडर है और बहुत ही बढ़िया बल्लेबाजी करते हैं शिव नारायण। और अब राजेश मेनन राइट हैंडर, अपना खाता अभी तक उन्होंने खोला नहीं, पहला गेंद का सामना किया उन्होंने। मेहुल बॉलर है यहाँ पर, उठा के दे मारा है, बहुत ही बढ़िया हिट 4 रनों के लिए। तो अपना खाता खोला यहाँ पर राजेश मेनन ने, और 1 रन अब बाकी है, केवल 1 रन अभी भी चाहिए सर, 1 रन की आवश्यकता है। देखिए टाई हुआ है, अंपायर जो है उन्हें लगता है कि मैच समाप्त हो गया है। जगह बनाई उन्होंने, देखिए रिप्ले में आप देख सकते हो कि किस तरीके से यहाँ पर राजेश मेनन ने जगह बनाई, उठा के दे मारा, बड़ा ताकत था उस शॉट में, भरपूर टाइमिंग भी थी, बहुत ही बढ़िया यहाँ पर लाजवाब बल्लेबाजी हमको देखने मिली है। जिस तरीके की बल्लेबाजी की है यहाँ पर टीम समुराय में, ऐसे देख करके लगता नहीं है कि 120 का विकेट था। मैंने पहले ही कहा था 150 रन जोड़ने होंगे आपको, लेकिन आज तो टीम समुराय लाजवाब पारी खेली। 1 रन अब जरूरी है। राजेश मेनन बड़े आराम से खेला, उनको पता है समय की कोई कमी नहीं है। बोनस पॉइंट तो उनके हाथ लग चुकी है टीम समुराय की। रोरिंग लायंस को बहुत काम करना होगा आगे चलते हुए। स्पोर्टोनिक्स का ये टूर्नामेंट लाइव आता हुआ केजी सोमाया कॉलेज ग्राउंड से, ये देखिए उठाकर दे मारने की प्रयास में पूरी तरीके से चूके लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर को विकेट कीपर बड़े पीछे खड़े, भूलिएगा नहीं मजे के लिए खेल रहे हैं, ये प्रोफेशनल्स नहीं है, लेकिन अपना समय निकालते हैं, टीमों के लिए खेलते हैं, मनोरंजित करते हैं अपने आप को भी, उनके परिवारों को भी और हमें भी कहीं ना कहीं। जिस तरीके से आज लेफ्ट हैंडेड वरुण बदनानी ने बल्लेबाजी की, वाकई काबिल तारीफ, उठा करके दे मारा, और इसी के साथ ये मैच हुआ समाप्त। 4 रनों के साथ में टीम समुराय आराम से मात दे गई, 6 विकेटों से जीत भी प्राप्त कर ली और चलता किया यहाँ पर रोरिंग लायंस को। सो द लायंस हैव बीन put back into their den by Samurai. Team Samurai getting the first win in Sportonix. This competition coming to life from the KG Somaya College. As you can see in your replay, stepped out, took it on the full, did Rajesh Menon, and found the square leg fence with precision. So I'll see you shortly in the post-match presentation. Do stay tuned in.
So I'm at Jean-Claude Oliver and I have the worst nails ever, and I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome and I'm so glad I made it here today. And I just got my nails treated like a pretty girl, and check out my nails. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I feel really awesome with my new girly nails, guys. They're so pretty, I can't get over it. Well, I'm gonna be back again to get my hair spa and stuff done. This place is awesome and I'm so glad I made it here today.